Okay, so I have a question for you both. I haven't seen Into the Spider-Verse or Spider-Verse, whatever. I'm a hater of superhero movies at this point. I don't know if I'm gonna go see it, so why should I see
Jack,
it?
you go
Tell me.
first.
Sure. Well, for a big skeptic like you and like me, I was pretty skeptical to believe that they could possibly recapture, the lightning in the bottle that they figured out with the first movie. And I'm happy to report that I was wrong. It's emotional, it's funny, it's awesome, and it's just incredible to look at. So, if you want a really good time, I would say this is a 2.5 hours well spent.
I'm gonna challenge you there. You said some platitudes, awesome,
All right,
good
I'll take
time.
this.
Why?
I would say that because it's like an animated movie, right? Like that, there's some things about that make you go, oh, I don't want to see it, but it allows for so much it is like this. It is probably the most creative thing that I've seen in a while. I would say that probably since Jack and I went to that concert for Ivy Lab and saw the movie. I don't know. That's a toss up. Honestly, that's a good toss up. Is what was more creative, but it was honestly inspiring how freaking unique and creative it was. Especially the fact that it's playing like off Spider-Man, which is like any superhero is just generic template. And they managed to really make it their own. And it honestly, dude, like the parent child dynamics and the like just friendship, all growing up, all this stuff, like they really nailed the zeitgeist right now. Like I felt seen in this movie. I totally felt seen, and I think that a
You
lot
felt
of people
seen.
that saw it also felt seen. Like it really kind of hit the moment we're in as far as like, I don't know, parents like kind of being on our asses and trying to control us, but also, it's just like all of this stuff. So it honestly, like Jack has said, the theater got dusty. There was definitely a few moments
Yeah.
where an animated PG Spider-Man movie brought some liquid to your eye, and there's just plenty of scenes where the action is fucking sick. They like nail it every time. Like after every emotional scene, like there's always something super badass, and it just like hits those spots that inside you that like, I don't know, it just pressed all your buttons. Like it was like, this is sick. You get chills. It's sick.
Thank you for that. You're helping to sell it. One of the reasons I wish I had seen it in the theater is because I'm sure
Amazing.
the visuals are amazing. Where do it'll come to the TV, it'll come to some streaming platform, and Disney Plus, of course. Ideally, they'll optimize it for the new
Don't even go
Apple
there.
goggles that Apple just did a partnership
Wait,
with
is Apple
Disney.
really in a partnership with Disney? Oh,
Yeah. So Disney did this huge announcement that they're collaborating with Apple for this headset to have Disney Plus be exclusively for that in VR,
Oh, wow.
which is super exciting.
That
They're $3,500. I mean, that's a month and a half of rent. But if you're in Brooklyn, it's like 1 month of rent. But like those, I might have to get those goggles.
Gotta wait for the generation.
I know. I Gen 2.
Oh yeah, well, I see that.
Gotta wait
like
for generation 2.
they could be buggy, right?
Yeah.
They're gonna work out a lot of stuff. Probably be clunky.
Dude. Honestly, on a segue of like
this
of like Spider-Verse being like kind of like an emotional, like family parent sort of dynamic thing. The thing that's so crazy about the Apple freaking glasses is like you are going to be able to literally record in 3D and then go back and watch it or not even 3D, in AR, and then go back and watch it in AR, which means like you put it on and like, let's say like you want to film like your son's like second birthday. Like you can have those things on filming the whole time. And just like 20 years later, you can put them on and literally look around and it looks exactly the same as it was.
Oh
like
God.
you can reach out and touch it.
Isn't there a Black Mirror episode about that?
That is Black Mirror.
It is
absolutely
right,
Black Mirror.
They do it, the implants in the eyes, right? And you can remember everything you've seen.
Which by the way, by 20 years from now, it probably will be. But we are in Black Mirror. By the way, Okay, new season
Really?
premiering tomorrow
What?
on Black Mirror.
It's
Yeah, it's been 3
tomorrow?
years. I hope it's good. Tomorrow, Thursday, we're gonna discuss it
We
in
might
our
have to
next
have an
podcast. We might
emergency
have to have
live
an
reaction
emergency
for like 10
podcast for
minutes.
it. I'm so
Wow,
excited
because the
for
last
it.
season was
So
bad. It was bad.
yeah, it was
It
no,
was
that
bad.
sucked. Miley
It was
Cyrus and stuff like
bad.
that. But one episode was good, guys. One episode, and it has to do with two African American best friends that go inside this virtual reality where one becomes a beautiful woman and they begin to procreate, and then makes it weird when they're outside of the thing. That's a great episode.
Well, I know about it.
Lenny, you
That
don't know
is, I
about
mean,
that?
that's like that's if we're trying to get real weird with it. But as far as like the Disney Plus of it all, it will be cool that like you basically have a movie theater. If you put them on, like just anywhere you look can become a giant movie theater, which is sick. Also, it makes me think back to West Coast bias, the sports of it all. Disney owns ESPN.
Oh, sports.
ESPN is going to offer some sort of
Oh,
thing
you're
where
gonna
like
walk
they're going to
around.
allot probably a courtside seat at every game to just like be the AR video camera or whatever, and then you can just, if you have ESPN
That's
Plus, you
insane.
can literally just sit courtside like you're there.
Okay, and let me tell you one other thing on top of that. It's very possible that maybe it's a next generation, and hopefully the goggles won't be so heavy. It's very possible when people go to the game and they put it on, they're able to see things. They're going to hit you with advertisements, you know it. But you're going to be able to see things like certain stats appearing while you're there
Dude,
live.
and think about
looking
like
around.
how probably smaller they're going to get. Like if it starts with these, but then it's going to
yeah.
slowly.
It's just going to go back to the Google Glass that everyone made fun of.
They've been working on this for years. I'm glad they didn't release something when Oculus came out. So I had an Oculus. I returned it after 3 days. The Oculus, I used it for some creative activities, and it gave me but besides that, it gave me a huge headache because I couldn't get it to focus properly. So this one, the idea of being able to see
AR
through it,
is what's going to make those
amazing.
online documentaries just really pop.
Can I share one prediction with you? Okay. They're going to get a little lighter, and they're going to be able to polarize them and have them be like sort of sunglasses as well. People are going to be walking down the street, and as you're walking down, maybe it's going to give you directions. There's virtual ads. There's so many virtual
Black
ads.
Mirror, bro.
Like, marketers are going to find a way. Digital advertising in the AR space.
Dude, how do we jump on
that.
whatever the new like YouTube or like whatever social media thing? We should
get on that
and
early.
Like
whatever.
But what would it be?
Thing,
like they're inside our rooms or like what?
Oh, I don't know, but I'll tell you this. I'm glad I didn't buy fucking property.
Yes, dude.
In Facebook
it's all about
land.
Appleverse.
In the metaverse.
Oh, dude. Oh, I just thought of something. This could be sick for podcast because truly, even though it's great how nowadays you can just do this all online, like we're doing each at our own locations, not disclosed. There is.
I'm not living at my mom's house.
I'm at my girlfriend's mom's house.
Mom, we need the meatloaf. Mom, meatloaf.
My podcast. Mom,
no, but seriously, what's going to be cool is because there's nothing better than the in-person. It just gets the flow going. And how sick would it be if I'm able to look to my left and look to my right and I see you guys and you see me, like, and it's like, yeah, dude. And then we could all watch online documentaries together,
absolutely.
Dude, watch
and not to mention, we're able to, like the person watching is able to look around too, the same way we're all sitting at a table. But Charles Barkley, for a lot of money, sold his likeness, and there's AI, so you can have Charles Barkley giving his commentary right there. We're all bantering. You know what, Aaron? I thought Aaron was absolutely terrible. Like the idea of being able to have who you want there. Like, let me tell you, Howie Mandel sold his likeness.
I didn't know you could sell your likeness.
Sold it right away. You can sell your voice, and you could, like, he didn't give a fuck. He just sold his voice and his likeness, meaning that you can make
digital deal or no deal host forever. Yeah, I don't like that at all.
Well, it could make it a little weird, but luckily he's not famous.
But
and he's
think
on the
about
downhill,
that's probably
they're already doing
the
that.
ultimate.
Have you heard that with the new Flash movie? What they're doing with all the fucking dead actors? Oh, no. Spoiler! I mean, do you guys care? You see that?
I'm boycotting that movie.
No, I don't care at all.
So so basically, the whole thing is that he runs so fast, he goes into this alternate timeline, And I guess the climactic scene, he tears like another hole, and then these more alternate versions of like Superman comes through. So they CGI'd Christopher Reeve standing up in the super
Oh
suit,
wow,
coming back.
from the
Yes,
70s.
dude. That guy's been dead for years, and not to
That's pretty
mention
crazy.
crippled for way longer. It's weird and
Okay, how
gross,
about
bro.
this? How about this?
Yep.
Serial violent groomer interacts with paralyzed dead man. That's the way I
Oh,
look at the
wow,
headline.
that is that is a good headline.
Yeah. Thanks
Oh,
a
dude,
lot,
fuck Ezra.
Ezra Miller.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah.